Hayes Mega here, and welcome to another Hayes Mega tire install video. So what we'll be installing today is the Michelin Pilot Street 2 tires on the rear Supermoto wheel for the Sur-on Light Beat. So the tire that's on here right now is the Michelin Pilot Street 1, alright? This is the first version. I just bought the second one, and it's time to install it on this, okay? I did a big smoky burnout before I took the wheel off, so check that video out. I'll put a tiny little clip of it right here. Okay, yeah, did you enjoy that? Alright, anyway, yeah, so this tire has like multiple punctures in it. It's probably got more than like 5 or 6. It's still got some tread on it, but the tread is like cut in certain places, and yeah, man, I've been doing a lot of goofy stuff with this tire, and I've raced it a whole lot. Right, this tire has seen a lot of action. It's been on the track a whole lot. I take it dirt biking sometimes, and I've done a lot of DoorDash with this tire, and so. But I noticed in the last Supermoto race that I was just not getting any good traction from the front or the rear, okay? So that's why I'm changing my tires, okay? But this time I went with a 180/17, all right? It's slightly wider than stock, so I don't know if this is gonna fit on the bike. So check that video out if you guys want to find out if that tire will fit on my Sur-on Light Beat, okay? I may have to dish it, all right? I just learned how to dish a wheel, so we may have to dish it a little bit. So we'll say, because it might touch the chain, we'll say. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall this. I think I've done a couple videos of me uninstalling this. It's not very difficult, but it is cold right now, alright? It's not super dupery cold, alright? I would say it's in the 70s right now, but the tires are cold, so it makes it harder to work on it because the rubber is stiffer, okay? So we'll see. But from my experience, these tires are not hard to work with. I just installed the front tire. If you're interested in watching that video, check that video out. But that one wasn't hard at all either, so. That's the first time I did the front tire, so that one was kind of more interesting for me, okay? This one I've done already. So I'm just going to do a quick video of me uninstalling this, and I'll tell you how it goes. And then we'll get to installing the Michelin Pilot Street 2, and I'll let you know how that goes. I would imagine that the new tire, since it's wider, would be easier to install. It seems to Hayes Omega that the wider the tire is, the easier it is to install, because you got more room to work with in it, okay? That's what I'm going to say. There's more room for stuff, you know, to move around in. The skinnier it is, the harder it is to work with. Okay? Alright. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to kind of speed this video up, and yeah, here we go. By the way, this is the only tire I've had that's from Serbia, okay? There's a little sticker that says Serbia on it. Okay, he's Mega here, and I just got done taking the old tire off. It was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I've done it a couple times. I've only really just taken the tube out. I had a very hard time getting the tube out. Yeah, I don't know. I think we should have left the wheel out in the sun, or I should have just taken it off right after I did a burnout, because the tire was pretty stiff. It was hard to get off of the rim, like. So what Hades Omega does is I spoon off both sides, and then I push the rim down into the tire. These tires are such low profile; it's hard to do that. The rim doesn't sink too much into the wheel, is what I'm gonna say. So I had to use a tire iron to pry it off. Okay, it was pretty tough, and I'm pretty sure I scratched the crap out of my wheel, but it's already pretty scratched up already. So I would like to get another set of Supermoto wheels, is what I'm gonna say. Okay, but anyway, it wasn't too bad. I got it off. So taking the actual tire off the rim and getting that tube out of there was difficult. I'm pretty sure that was a heavy duty tube, so yeah, those heavy duty tubes, they're hard to work with, and since this is such a low profile tire, it was not easy to work with. The front tire was much easier to work on. so I don't know. Okay, so we'll go install a new one as we go. Okay, I changed the camera angle a little bit, so hopefully the lighting is better, and I got my headlamp on. Okay, so the sprocket is on the right side of the bike. Yeah, the right side of the bike. So the tire has to spin this way, okay? So if you look here, it says rear. Alright, rear goes this way, right? So we got to flip it around so it spins this way, because this is the way the wheel spins when it's on the, if you look at it from the right side of the bike. Okay, there is no indicator where to put the valve stem, so I'm not going to bother. Maybe, how about this? We'll put the sticker where the valve stem is. The valve stem hole is wherever that is. Right here, okay. Got lucky, I had it in the right place already. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best. Hopefully, since it's a new tire, it won't be so hard. We'll use lots of this stuff. Okay. Okay. Before we get started, I'm gonna powder this wheel up. Okay. So it prevents pinch flats, is what it does. So that's why I put baby powder in here. Okay. It's an old dirt bike tire trick. Okay. Makes everything a little more slippy, so you don't pinch the tube as much. Just a little bit. Okay. Now we can go install it. So the rear is gonna go this way, right? Flip it around. And put the sticker where the valve stem is. Okay, and now we're going to spray away. Use a lot of this stuff. Well, I'm hoping that we can just push it in there, okay? If you're lucky, it should just push in there, okay? Alright, like this, okay? So I'm going to go like this. Push up in it. Right, I'm gonna press this. I may have to use a tool. Seems like installing the tire is more easier than uninstalling it. Just make sure this doesn't go try to seat itself. Okay, and try to. I may need a tool. So what I'm doing is pressing on the other side to hopefully slip it on there. It's tight. Okay, I think I need a little help. He's gonna need a little help. We'll use my good old friend here. big wide spoony. This up in there, and should pretty easily be able to get it up there. Right? Oh, there we go. Woo! Wow, that was a big pop. Doesn't normally happen. Hazemaker can usually do that without any tools, but I guess not. Okay, now we're gonna go put the tube in. Actually, I'm gonna go double check to see if this tube is still good. I may have pinched it on the way out. I added some baby powder to the tube and I put air in it and it holds it just fine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and install it now. Okay. Remember, Hades Mega is not a professional tire installer. So an interesting thing about this, usually these tubes come with 2 nuts, alright? The previous installer of the front tire, the shop that did it, they didn't have a nut on there. There should be a nut here and there should be a nut on the outside, okay? So this one is proper, okay? I probably should have put up a nut in the other one. Okay, so we're gonna use my good friend, the fishing tool, alright? I'm gonna fish it up in the hole. Yeah, let me turn this so you guys can see what's going on there. Okay. Fish it through the hole. Hopefully my fingers can find it, because I think it just went out the other end. What luck, right? Okay. Tire. I'm making a paste here with this baby powder. Hands are very dirty now. Okay, so now we're gonna start feeding this sucker in here. It should be pretty easy. This is a wider tire than the other one, so that's what I'm hoping. Okay. Put this in here. Okay. Hopefully. Okay, pull this out of the hole. There we go. Okay, feed the rest of it in. I'll feed some of it. Oh yeah, this is easy. This is gonna be easy. There's a lot of space in here to work with. Plenty of space. Okay. Just make sure the valve stem is straight. If not, I can move the tire a bit. I'm going to take my fishing tool out. I'm going to put the nut on so we don't lose the valve stem. Have I ever done one of these? You know what? I have never fully installed one of these Michelin Pilot Sports. At least for the rear. Okay, I'm having some trouble here. It's that beer, man. I need to drink more beer. Okay. Okay, probably put it in about 3/4 of the way or something. Okay, let's see if we could do it without doing any stuffs. Okay, without any lube for now. Okay, we'll put lube at the very end, but oh yeah. Oh, one thing we gotta do. I don't think we really have to do this for this tire since it's so wide. There's a lot of room to work with in there. But what I like to do is I like to add a tiny bit of air to it so we don't risk pinching the tube. Okay. There's nothing worse than installing a tire and then finding out that, hey, oh, I pinched a tube, I gotta go do it again, I have to fix a tube or buy a new tube. Yeah, it sucks, man. Okay, here we go. I made sure that there's some stuff in the tube. Okay. And we're gonna get started. Oh, this is a soft tire. Man, maybe those other tires were just old and crusty. This is a very soft tire. good. It means it's give me a lot of grip at the racetrack, right? I think they were good. What I like about this tire is it looks like the Road 5s, you know. It's the new Michelin technology, you know. And I had a bike with Michelin Road 5s, and I liked it, man. When I first got it, I could not believe how much better the bike handled. But obviously, whenever you get a new tire, you're gonna notice, hey, you know, it's not that your bike handles better with these new tires. It's that you get the handling back that you lost, okay, with the old tires. You don't realize how crappy your tires are. Yeah, you don't realize how much traction you've lost at the end of the life of your tires. Okay, oh, this is a very soft tire. This is gonna be a piece of cake, I hope. Okay. We may have to start adding lube though. Okay, let's get this out of here. Okay. You have to take smaller and smaller bites. Okay, to make it I dread doing this, but I kinda enjoy doing it too. I find it challenging, you know. What's challenging is installing the rim lock. With the rim lock. The rim lock always makes things more interesting, is what I want to say. Okay. Let's make sure this isn't trying to seat itself, because it is. Okay. Okay. Smaller bites, smaller bites. Uh-oh. Is that the tube? I don't know. Oh no. That is not the tube. That's the tire. Okay. It looks like there's a piece of tube sticking out, but I don't know. It does kind of look like the tube. No, it's not. That's part of the... I kind of ripped the bead a little bit. Okay. Keep that off. It's actually behaving itself pretty well. I think I'm going to switch to my steel one. It's easier to work with. Tight spots like this. Okay. I think I almost pinched the tube. I'm not sure. Okay, so I think it's time to bust out the lube. Okay, here we go. Should make it easier. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, that might have been it right there. Let's see. I'll be able to massage it on there. Nope, nope. It's very, very tight. Very tight right now. Oh man. Alright, hopefully I can slip this in there. and drive it home. Yep, there we go. And whammo. Come on. There we go. Got it. Cool dealy. Alright, let's go tighten this valve stem a little bit. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is, let's take the valve stem. So what I'm going to do is inflate it and deflate it like 4 times. That helps the tube seat in there a little better. If it was like crooked or something or folded, it'll help everything get all lined up. So also, to help it seat a little better, I'm going to put some lube around the bead, okay, on both sides. Okay. Okay, that should help it seat. You can do it from here too. I think this side is pretty much seated already. I want to watch the action, man. I want to watch the action. Okay, but before the action happens. Okay, so if you're gonna be seating beads, make sure you wear these guys. All right, safety glasses. Good idea to have, because I don't know how many times I've done this and I sprayed the water here, and the bead pops, and then the water gets in your eyes, and then yeah, not a good feeling. What am I gonna say? Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. Actually, before this, what we should do, what Hazen Mega always does, is I already put some air in it, but what I like to do is I like to check in the wheel to make sure the tube isn't pinched anywhere when we installed it. And it looks okay. It looks good to me. Yeah, there's so much room in this tire. It's nice. It's really well behaved, is what I'm gonna say. All right, here we go. I'm gonna inflate it to about 50 psi. Okay, there's 4. And so on the last one that I installed, the front tire, it did not want to seat. So what I did is I inflated it to like 70 psi and I left it there for like a day or something, okay? Sometimes it's like that. So first I'm going to inflate it to my target tire pressure, 28, okay? It's at 33 right now, and it's not seating, okay? You can see right around, if you look around here, there's a line that goes around the rim to tell you if it's seated, and it's in there, okay? So what I'm gonna do is overinflate it to like 70 psi. There we go. Then you can see it, it's working its way out. It's not quite out all the way yet though. Let's put 70 in. Okay, it's about 70 psi and it's holding air, and you can see so we're going to flip it over. Make sure it's seated everywhere. It's not wanting to seat here too. So, yeah. No bueno. So what I'm going to do is maybe put 75 in there. Alright, there's like 80 in there now. It's still not wanting to seat. How annoying. It's hard as a rock right now. What you could do is hit it with the tire iron. Let me The other one, I just put more air in it and then it's seated, so. Okay, but yeah, so you'll know it's good when you see the line. So there's a line like right around here, and it goes all the way around, and if it goes back into the rim, that's not properly seated, okay? Okay, anyway, for the most part, that is it, alright? So I will try to get this thing to seat somehow. It looks like the other side is fine. This side, this side is not so good, but this side seems to be okay. Okay? But maybe what I'll do is I'll deflate it and inflate it again. Alright, but for the most part, that's done. Alright, and then we'll go, I'll go do the balancing, and then we'll go install it on the bike, and we'll see. Hopefully it'll fit. Alright, here's Big Out. Alright, Hayes Big here, and there we go. I installed the Michelin Pilot Street 2 tire in 190/17. No, 180/17, my bad. 180/17. It is a lot easier to install than, it's a lot easier, I don't know, it was pretty easy to install. It's, tire is wide, so you got a lot of room to work with, so the tube goes in there pretty easily. And I was able to just massage it onto the rim most of the way, about 90%, then I have to use a tire iron to get the rest in there. Spooning it on wasn't too hard. I used lube on the last 20% is what I'm going to say. Alright, but yeah, for the most part it wasn't that hard. The bead doesn't seem to want a seat, so I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, so what I'm going to do after this, after I do get it to seat, I will, I'm going to go balance the wheel, and then we'll put it on the bike, and we'll see if it fits. Alright, so in another video, you'll find out if the 100 fits. Alright, unless or we will have to dish it, okay? Okay? Alright, here's Big Out. Thanks for watching. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that? I would say 1 being the easiest and 10 being the hardest. Like a 3. Yeah, it wasn't that hard. Getting it off was harder though. Yeah, trying to take it off was hard. Taking it off was like a 6 or a 7. Yeah, it was pretty hard. That's what I'm gonna say. But this one was pretty easy. It's probably because the tire is pretty new and the rubber is still nice and soft. All right, when the rubber gets older, it gets stiffer and it gets all crusty and stuff, and it gets harder to uninstall. But I think because these are got more rubber on it, this is a wider tire, it makes it easier to install. Like I mentioned, there's a lot more space to work with. Okay, all right, here's me out. Thanks for watching. I hope that was entertaining and educational. All right, Hayes Mega struggled a little bit, but nah, not too bad. All right, here's me out.